What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. Last time, we found the other half of the globe, which opened up our next area, which is not the Valley of Repose, but the Perplexing Pool. And this time, we are going to be heading to the Perplexing Pool to see what we can find. So let's go ahead and get started. To the Perplexing Pool. And unfortunately for me, this is the water level of this one. And I am not the biggest fan of the water levels. So first, I think we are actually going to have Louie grab, let's say 15 purples. Because I want him to run over here and fight this new enemy. Apparently, we're not allowed to fight a new enemy before we can see some new friends. Look, off in the distance, wild Pikmin. Can you see them, Captain Olimar? They are yellow Pikmin. You encountered them when you crashed on this planet, correct? It would be most helpful if they remembered you. Like the red ones did. Most helpful. But before we get to the yellow Pikmin, this is a yellow Wollywog, and it is a nightmare to deal with. So what I'm going to do is sneak up on it and throw my purples to stun it before it can even do anything. That is the easiest way to fight them. That's the only one I think I need to take out. The yellow Wollywogs, or Wollywogs in general, really, will prioritize trying to jump, and I think I'm only telling them to take... Let's take 45, that's 60, let's leave... Yeah, let's do that. The Wollywogs, they will jump, and if they land on Pikmin, they will crush the Pikmin. So I prefer to use the purple Pikmin to just hit them and stun them, and that helps me take them out a lot easier than if I were trying to fight them with other types of Pikmin. But we are just going to, again, I'm just going to throw one Pikmin over there so I don't accidentally throw every single Pikmin up here. And, guys, guys, can we actually, like get up here? Can we not just get stuck on the platform, please? And you, I'm going to hold you so we can run up here, and I need to throw you over there. Because we need to come up here, and I'm going to grab all these Pikmin, and there should be another new enemy right here. Yes, this is a swooping snitch bug, and they are very annoying. Basically what they will do is they will grab Pikmin, as you can see there, and they will attempt to throw them back into the ground and plant them again. And the reason it's annoying is because you have to pluck them again after they're planted, and nobody really wants to deal with that. And this is another new enemy. This is a fiery bull black, which is basically just a stronger version of a bull bear, but it is on fire. So the only Pikmin that can really deal with it without dying are the red Pikmin. But as soon as you defeat it, it stops being on fire. And we just want to go over here. I believe that is a fiery blowhog, so we're not going to deal with it for a second. And I'm just going to put all my Pikmin on there and switch back to Louie, because we need to run over here. And there are, yes, shearwigs. Which are basically the same as male sheargrubs, except they can fly, and if they fly over water, they hurt themselves. So, if you can get them over water, they're pretty easy, but also if you just use purple Pikmin, they kind of just crumble under the pressure. And what I want to do next is I actually want to switch purple Pikmin for white Pikmin. So put 15 purples away and grab 15 whites. Because as soon as Olimar and his team get this built, we are going to be attempting to get to those yellow Pikmin that we just saw. But we just have to wait for these reds to be done. Also, apparently this fiery blowhog is interested in trying to get to me. So we are just going to slowly walk away from it. And I want to make sure that Louie isn't too close so that the Pikmin don't just gravitate to him. And we're just going to take these white Pikmin, run straight past this fiery blowhog. And there's another swooping stitch bug. I don't want to deal with it. And the reason we need white Pikmin is because right over here is a white wall that has the poison emitters. So only white Pikmin can deal with this. And I'm actually going to use these red Pikmin to wait for this fiery blowhog to turn around. That's far enough to turn around. Oh, and apparently it wants to show us that there is mold here. What is this? A strange mold-like botanical entity has spread across the ground here. Interesting. I am detecting other plant life suffocating beneath it. This is actually called burgeoning spiderwort mold. And basically what you have to do is if you swarm it or throw Pikmin at it, you will destroy it. And I'm just going to check on the white Pikmin for a second. And as you're destroying it, you can see that some of the surrounding parts disappear as it gets smaller. And plants will start to grow. Specifically, burgeoning spiderworts are the only thing that actually grow under the burgeoning spiderwort mold. And we want to grab you, and I want to take out this swooping snitch bug, because I don't want to have to deal with it. Everyone, swarm! And that was actually pretty good. Can we get up here? I don't think we can, because I think we need yellows to actually jump that high. Yeah, we can't. We physically can't get up there. So, I think what we are going to do is actually take these reds, and if these aren't grown, then I want to run... Never mind, they're grown! I was gonna go build something, but we can do that later. Also, I just want to get rid of these ravenous whisker pillars. How are the whites doing? We are very close. And as you can see, the whisker pillars are enemies that will give you more Pikmin, but I don't actually want to fight them because it's not worth it. And come on, guys, a little bit faster. You're so slow. You guys are supposed to be the fastest Pikmin. What is this? Thank you. Finally. And if we can just have them destroy those, we will grab them and head over here to get us the yellow Pikmin. The yellow Pikmin have climbed down the tree and are staring in this direction. They appear to like high places and seem to be quite light. They also have very large ears. If I have named them, they would have been called ear Pikmin, but I will use the name Olimar gave them. Curious, my static electricity sensors are reacting violently. What could this mean? Well, Ship, it means that yellow Pikmin are immune to electricity and electric base attacks. So, we're already halfway through this day. That's not super great. I'm going to put a couple of yellows on it, and then the rest should be white, because they should factor straight over to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have a yellow for you, and we'll see what this white does. The white and purple Pikmin, after you have more than one type of Pikmin, will randomize who they take the pellets to, unless you have a Pikmin of a certain color on them. So if you have at least one yellow Pikmin, they will always default to going to the yellow onion. But we are just going to pick all of these, and basically our main goal now is to get as many yellow Pikmin as we possibly can. Mostly because yellow Pikmin are actually very useful in this game, a lot more useful than in the first game. Go ahead and grab that. And the reason for that is because, like I said, they are immune to electricity, but they also can be thrown higher than any other Pikmin. Like the ship said, they seem to be lighter. And that translates to they can be thrown higher. So, basically they're the only Pikmin that can actually reach higher places. And we're going to grab all three of these, as well as... Sure, you can grab that. Let's go ahead and run over here. And we are basically just going to try and get as many... No. Fine, I'll make the yellows grab everything. If the whites don't want to be helpful. I'm trying to be very specific on who's grabbing what. We'll run over here and get this Wollywog as well, because it will also be good to carry. That should be enough. One more. And as you can see, if you have at least one yellow Pikmin, the whites will always go to the yellow. And then we just need to run back and pluck some more Pikmin. And as you can see in the bottom corner by my model, we have 100 Pikmin now on the field. So we physically can't have any more spawn or be sprouted. Which is good for us because we don't want to have to pick more. Who is that going to? Nope. White Pikmin, why? We'll put one more on you. Okay, never mind. Apparently they can't take them. And we're just going to pluck these. And I think what we are going to do is we're going to try to get... We are either going to try to get one part, or we are going to attempt to flower all of the Pikmin, which I think is the better option, honestly. Everyone kind of just swarm these, try to get them faster. And we can't build that bridge, and there's a Wollywog there. There is one other bridge that I want to build, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to do that today. Also, we have to remember to grab that red Pikmin before we leave. That would be very bad if we just kind of left him there. Try to get as many of these flowered as possible. Everyone wants to be a flower. I think they're all flowered. If not, I don't know. Guys, stop. We don't need to pull up any more nectar. And I just want to run over here and see if we can grab this. Because this is the only treasure we'll be able to grab for today. And we'll just overload it with as many Pikmin as we can. Yellows, please. We don't need more nectar. And I guess since we only have a little bit left in the day, we are just going to try to... I'll leave Olimar with them. We'll just try to get more purple, ultra spicy sprays. And that can opener should be close. So we actually did at least get one treasure today, which is nice. And we're just going to go ahead and pluck these because apparently they decided to grab a few enemies to bring back. What's the can opener called? And impediment scourge. I don't get the joke, if I'm being honest. But we get 50 Pokos for that, so I'll take it. Go ahead and pluck these, and we are almost at the end of the day. It was a very quick day, but very productive day. Let's go ahead and grab this 5 pellet for the reds, just because we could always use a couple more reds. And I guess we'll take the rest of these over and see about getting more of the ultra spicy berries. What do we got? I don't think we're gonna get any more. So we're just gonna grab all of the Pikmin here. And I'm tempted to try something, so I'm going to try it. Guys, I want to take, sure, 15. And we are going to attempt to get them up here. Throw them up there. And basically, I'm just, never mind. We don't have enough time for that. Never mind. I was gonna say there is a treasure up there that you need yellow Pikmin to grab. And I was gonna try to get it down so that tomorrow we have an easier time collecting it. But we simply just don't have the time to do that, so we're just gonna run back to base and make sure we have everyone. We don't have everyone. I just remembered that one red Pikmin's back there. We're gonna lose him. That's unfortunate. Completely forgot about that red Pikmin. Damn it. Well, at least we get to see what happens when we lose someone. No! Red Pikmin! That's so much for a single Pikmin! How many Wollywogs do you need? Talk about overkill! Alright, what's the daily report? It's 50. We got one treasure. But that wasn't really the goal for today. We did go up in red Pikmin, and we got 83 yellows, which is very nice. So, not hurting on the yellows anymore. And, of course, if we look, we lost one to sunset. Very unfortunate, because I am apparently forgetful. And what is today's mail? Olimar! Terrible news! I thought I went to Happy Hakatate Savings and Loan, but it seems my loan came from the shop next door. All-devouring black hole loan sharks! Oops! You didn't think to read the sign, President? Go ahead and save. And I think that's a successful day. So I think we're going to end this episode here. I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, I think we're going to head back to the Perplexing Pool and try to set up for our future visits. But until then, happy adventuring.